Hi everyone, Hannah from Freckle here, and today I'm really excited to share with you our new fiction stories. Fiction is one of the most frequent requests we've gotten from teachers. We know that students use different skills when they're analyzing literature than they do when they're reading nonfiction, so we're really excited to be able to help you reinforce those skills with your students through our fiction stories now. So I am here in my Freckle teacher dashboard, and I have clicked on ELA. I'm going to choose Read Articles and Stories and scroll down until I see Fiction Stories. Let's go ahead and assign a story. In my dashboard, I can see that I'm in the article library and Fiction Stories Only is currently selected. I have 4 different domains available, so if I were practicing one of these domains with my students, I could select that. I also have 5 genres: realistic fiction, historical fiction, mystery, science fiction, and fantasy. So let's just filter by fantasy for right now. I think that would be fun for my students today. I can scroll down and see articles that fit into this genre. Let's go ahead and click on this one. Right now I'm previewing the Scary to Look At story at the 2nd grade level, so I can see the text that my 2nd grade level readers are going to see. I can see the writing prompt that I can choose to assign. I can see the skills that students will be practicing with these reading comprehension questions, and there are 2 questions per skill for each of these stories. I can also preview this at the 1st grade level or the early reader level. Most of these stories are available in 3 to 4 different reading levels. That's slightly less than our nonfiction articles, and it's also a smaller range. The reason for that is that these stories are thematically geared towards specific ages of students. So a story that is available at an early reader level may not be thematically appropriate for a 5th grader. So we have a smaller band of reading levels available for that reason. So with this article, the early reader version, I can see that the sentences and words are shorter. I have the audio play along option, and I have more pictures. Also, I don't have a writing prompt included, and we're only focusing on one skill. And with the 1st grade version, I can see it's somewhere in between. So we have 2 skills again. We do have pictures, but no audio button. And we have more complex reading comprehension questions. So if I assign this, I can choose to include reading or also the writing prompt. I will choose adaptive level because that is going to assign the version of this article that's closest to each of my students' current reading level. And if I select all of my students here, I can also see which version of that article each of these students is going to get. I will click Assign, and that article is going to show up in my students' dashboards. Students can also read fiction stories on their own in their student dashboard. When they click on ELA, they'll have the option to choose fiction. And from there, they can kind of explore their own interest, which is a great way to differentiate learning for your students. So they're not only reading at their own level, they can also choose what they'd like to explore. So if some of your students are interested in science fiction, they can really dig into that. Whereas if some of your students are more engaged with mysteries, they can pursue that. Which is just a really great way to get your students excited about what they're learning. So that is our Fiction Stories feature. If you have any feedback on it, please let us know. You can reach us anytime at support@freckle.com.